right, guys, so this is the filter inside of the hose. Show me the hose. See the hose? Okay, nasty. So we're gonna wash that out. But check this out. This is hilarious. Look at this. Boom! So I just found a place to hide your money. If you want to hide your money, but that's not even the best part about it. Check this out. You know what that is?
Oh, there's more money in there.
Yeah. That's the cover to a debit card. To my husband's debit card. And look, it's right there. Well, that happened. I don't know how it got into there, but it's in there, y'all. It's straight in there. So I think that's where the cardboard came from. So I'm just saying, y'all know where I hide my money now. So now we're gonna clean this out. Well, that is
fat, and that's boring.
Yeah, lazy.
Always gotta use tools. Ah, there you go. There you go. There you go.
Don't rip it.
It's already torn.
Oh, I'm gonna tape it then.
Not torn beyond like use, but.
Uh-oh, look at that.
That looks absolutely disgusting.
It's not even torn. Look at that, guys. It's all in one piece. That's nuts. Ha! Well, that's where it went. BB-8. There's his credit card.
There's that. There's that. And there's that.
Yeah.
Well, I would honestly be interested to know how. And that's got to be a pretty powerful pump. To be able to suction
Money and credit cards.
that credit card. The money is, I get. What's amazing about the money is it's not even
Torn. It's just...
All right, let's wash that out. All right, guys, so we believe the issue has been solved. So we cleaned out the filter, put our money to the side. Now we can go shopping when we're done.
You can?
Oh, yeah.
When?
$5. Oh, $5.
I felt like playing one thing.
So we're just gonna go ahead and put it back together and then run a test cycle. I'm just gonna do, wash my, my tub out. And so we're just gonna do a backwards process of what we took out. So here we go. All right, so in the process of putting it back together, do you consider this harder or easier than taking it apart?
Well, putting it back together is always harder than taking it apart.
Think so?
Yeah.
Is it a pain in the butt or is it all right?
It's a pain in the butt.
So do you think saving the $265 to like $325 roughly for them to, and they probably would have kept my $5. So.
They probably would have just thrown it away.
Do you think it's worth it doing
Yes.
it on our own?
Yes.
Even though this part is a pain in the butt.
Yes.
And this whole process took us, what, an hour? Hour and a half?
If that.
Yeah. And the reason why it took so long is because we didn't know how to take that front panel off. So now that we know how to take that front panel off, this whole process, he's just trying to shimmy that clamp. Oh,
Hello.
head hitting the camera. He's just trying to shimmy that clamp. Do you want me to hold the hose while you shimmy the clamp up, or?
My fat hand is gonna be in the way. Okay. So this goes in that hole.
Which hole? That hole, okay?
Is it that hole? Yeah, it is that hole.
Yep.
So it goes right there. And so I just squeeze these tabs together with some channel locks. And then now it's hanging free and lower.
And why did you do that?
Because I need more room
To connect
to push
this hose right here.
that on.
So all of the other portions, I think there's a total 4 connections for just this one hose. All of them are done and easy to do, except this last one has turned into a pain in the ass.
This was not easy. The big one.
That one was not easy.
That one wasn't very easy. It was easier than this, but it wasn't very easy just because you have to like hold it up and then
Tighten it at the same time.
yeah, but then because the thing is loose, it like constantly keeps trying to spin around the hose.
Okay, so that one wasn't easy. And I'm actually gonna run this with the front panel
Off.
actually. I don't know if I can run it with the front panel off.
Yeah, you can.
So just to make sure that I don't have water leaking out from there or any of these closed parts. All right, so like I said, you got the hoses connected, and we're gonna do a test run and look underneath just to ensure that we're not leaking at all. So I'm just reconnecting this piece, and it just clips in, super simple. Okay, not one-handed, super simple. There we go. Okay, see, there we go. I'm just gonna set it up here, and then in the back, I'm gonna go turn the water back on. You wanna hold that?
Maybe.
All right, here's the test of truth. It's back on.
So nothing short circuits.
Okay, yeah, great. And I'm gonna let you hold down there. We're probably gonna get water draining. Okay, but what we really want to see, you gotta move that, is down here. So up here we got water coming out, you guys see that? And down here, we want to make sure that we don't have any leaks before we close it back up. So far so good, but you just hit cancel, so we activated the...
Never hit cancel.
Oh, hit cancel.
We guys see if it drains, no?
Yeah, that's why you hit cancel, because then it'll drain.
But there's like no water. I was enjoying that call.
I know. I bet you were.
Plus, I bet.
We're being daring and we're being bold. And we're running it without the cover on. We're just holding a towel right here.
Hey, say hello.
We just want to make sure that we do not have any leaks before we seal it back up. And unfortunately, either I don't know how to do it or this system doesn't come with a drain only option.
Well, I think that's enough, Mother.
We're tripping everywhere. All right, see. Good news is we have no spraying down here. We just got, spraying everywhere else. All right, so due to the shower that we are receiving, we are gonna put the cover on, but we're not gonna screw it on, so we can still look at the bottom. So that way we can actually let this run and drain it. So we're gonna pause and put the cover back on. So on both sides, he's just, remember earlier the pokey outy thingies goes into the holes? That's what he's looking for right now. Okay, so we're gonna leave it just like that. We're not gonna screw it in, so that way we can shut the door. We're gonna run a cycle, and then it's all dry underneath. So that way, once the cycle has ran, we will be able to find out for sure what's up.
Oh, she blows. Don't know how much you guys can see.
But look under here.
But she's draining.
And if it was leaking,
You don't got much water.
there would be water coming in underneath there. We got a little drip because we didn't put the seal around the rubber. So it's coming out from right here, but we've got zero leakage. There you go, buddy. Beautiful. So are you just fitting like a little bit, there's just like a lip for it to go over, or?
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Now there's a metal ring that goes around it. It's got a little bit of give on the bottom. So this little give down here, the little spring that goes on the bottom. And then there's actually a parting or a space, if you can see right up top there, that it fits. And that basically seals the deal, so that way, like you saw earlier, when you run it, you don't have water screaming out the front. And it is going to be a tight fit, and you want it to be a tight fit. Excuse me, you want it to be a tight fit. So it's probably going to be a pain in the butt to get it on, but you want it to be that way. That wasn't too bad, actually. You know, from the spectator's point of view. So we just have the screws on the top, on the bottom, put the faceplate back on, and then the top part, and we're done. Release the locked door. I looked online, it told me to unplug the unit, wait a few minutes, plug it back in. I actually did that 3 separate times, and that still did not release my door. We actually unplugged it, took the back panel off, and that's just the back panel back here that we showed you before. We just took that back panel off, and once you take that back panel off, you can actually spin the tub manually. And so Malachi started spinning the tub manually, and we had replugged it back in at that point. He had spin the tub manually, and all of a sudden it unlocked it. So I don't know if it's a true hack or if it was just a fluke, and it reset the system somehow. I know just unplugging it and letting it sit did not reset it for us, but that did. So it's worth a shot if it didn't work for you guys, like it didn't work for me as far as the unplug. Just take the back panel off and manually turn your tub. And I don't know whether it was clockwise or counterclockwise or whatnot. Just play with it, and all of a sudden just popped and unlocked for us. However, it does not have to unlock in order for you to be able to get the front panel off, because you just take the top off, take this off, take those screws and then the screws down at the bottom, and then lift it up. I'm just thinking about it. If you can't get it to pop at all or unlock at all, I don't think that's going to be a big deal, because the way you take it off, you know, you remove the top, then you remove this, then you remove the screws here, remove the screws down at the bottom, and then it lifts up. And it lifts up with this piece attached as one whole unit. So, I don't think that's going to be that big of a deal. But if, you know, you're not worried about taking the whole front off, maybe just try it. And if you guys do try it and it works for you as far as spinning the tub manually and it popping the lock, let me know. Put it in the comments below. But wanted to share with you guys our experience with fixing this ourselves. Like I said, it took us probably 7 o'clock now, probably about 2 hours total to do. And that's because we did not know how to take this front piece off. So a lot of it was looking at screws, see how things got put together, and seeing how we could take it apart. But now that we know, that kind of fix would probably take less than an hour. And if I would have called somebody in to do it, not only would they have, my goodness, it would be 2 to 3 days from now, because tomorrow's Sunday, so they're closed. And then they're at least 48 hours out, because I live in a smaller town. So y'all know, my family of 12, holy cow, we would have been backed up. I would have been at the laundromat, not to mention, you know, a $265 to $325 bill. That's how much they charged me the first thing they came out. So if you like this, if it was helpful, any comments, like, comment, subscribe on the bottom. And let me know if you have the same experience, or if you have any other hacks that you want to share. Put them in the comments below. Would love to hear them. Maknificent12, signing out.